lot of young people raise money for college or whatever their expenses are by waiting tables, bartending, and a lot of people have misconceptions of bartenders and servers. A lot of people think that they're uneducated or they have no motivation or drive because they're just servers. But I'm joined today with some servers and bartenders from the area that are going to set the record straight, and they're going to have their voice heard on what it's like to actually be treated or mistreated by some bad customers. So welcome our question of the day panelists today.
I'm Chris.
Chris, what do you do? What are you?
I'm a bartender at Kildare's Irish Pub.
Yeah.
All right.
Kildare's.
Who we got here?
Kelly, and I'm a bartender and a manager at Kildare's Irish Pub.
Kildare's,
Over
yeah.
here.
I'm John, and I'm a former bartender.
I can't wait to find out why you're a former bartender.
Find out.
Anyway, so the question of the day today is, what is one thing that people should not do or say to their server or bartender? But before we say that, I want to know, what's the craziest experience that you've ever had as a server? Because you meet all kinds of people. You have crazy things happen. What would you say is the
That's very
craziest
true.
thing?
You meet all sorts of people. The craziest thing that's ever happened to me, probably.
And please don't say DJ MC. Please.
I don't have enough time for you, DJ MC.
Oh, man.
DJ MC is actually, he's a DJ at Kildare's quite often. So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you while you were bartending?
Well, I was helping out behind the barback. Gentleman, he was asking me where he could find female escorts in the area. I don't know if that's too...
Friends. You wanted to know where he could find some friends.
Yes. That he could pay for.
Okay. John, what
I'm
would you say?
speechless.
The craziest thing, I was actually, Justin was a part of it.
Oh yeah, I used to be his bar manager at a bar that we can't remember the name of it, but anyways, what happened? I think I know what you're talking about.
We were behind the bar, and then all of a sudden, like 3 beer bottles came flying across like the counter, and one just missed your head, and another one just missed mine.
Oh, come on,
That's
John.
actually it's actually dangerous being a
Catch the
bartender.
bottles?
I caught something else, but
Let's throw a bottle at DJ MC and see if you catch
Bring
it.
it. Here's the bottle.
I don't know. That's pretty nuts. How about you, Kelly? You're the manager, so you probably oversee everything. I want to see what you have to say.
I am. I'm actually a newly manager, so I've had a lot of bartending experience before then. Are we allowed to talk about fights up here? Or?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
just-
don't know what the guidelines are. Well,
This is
most of
the
the
moment.
fights that we see are between guys at the bar, but honestly, girls are some vicious fighters.
There's
so-
cat fights.
Oh,
Have you seen like weaves and extensions come out?
Oh, yeah.
A
you
very
find
tan
pieces
girl
of-
named Katie, by any chance?
You find some pieces of hair on the floor every now and again. No, actually these girls were not fighting like cats. They got into a fight, I think it was over a guy, and the one girl just took her pint glass and completely smashed it over the other girl's face.
And it broke.
It broke on her face.
Oh my god.
And it was bleeding and bloody and
Those girls are
stitches
ruthless.
and ambulance. That's what I'm saying, girls.
See what people have to go through to raise money to go to college, and it's insane. So now that we know how crazy it is actually being a server or a bartender, you see people act ways that they shouldn't all the time. What is the one thing that a customer should never say to their server or do? For me, I'm going to answer as a server because we have mostly bartenders up here. The thing that always would grind my gears is I would go to the table and I would say, hi. I would be about to introduce myself and I'd be like, hi, my name is, and I just hear, Diet Coke! They don't even let you say their name. Just so you know, when you do that, you might think, oh, I'm in a rush, oh, I'm in a, like, you think whatever, but they actually go in the back and they talk about you.
Yeah.
So just so
think
you
they
know that.
You think they spit in it?
No, they don't
No.
do that because there's too many people watching things. So I've never seen someone spit in someone's food, but we definitely tear them a new one in the
Okay.
back. We look and
Alright.
they're like, everything. So if you want to be talked about, just be rude to your server.
Yeah,
What's
be rude.
something that, so I would say, let your server introduce themselves. So that way, when your food's taking too long, you're like, you can at least know what their name is when you call them.
That's a good point.
How about you, Kelly?
Okay, so when you're at volume and you just have a million people waiting for drinks and they all want to get drinks and everyone's don't snap, clap, wave, or whistle. None of that's gonna make us want to serve you any faster. But
No,
then,
definitely. Yeah. Damn.
But after you snap, clap, wave, or whistle, and they say, "What can I get for you?" and you turn around and be like, "What do you guys want?"
And you don't even have your minds made up.
What can I get for you? And then you're just kind of just looking at it like, oh god,
Definitely do not do that either.
that's one of my pet
How about this guy?
So, like Kelly was, you generally deal with the bar at volume when it's a million people waiting for their orders to be taken.
DJ MC is there on Saturday night.
Okay, I want to know, is DJ MC a good customer when he goes to Kildare's? Or is he like, I'm your DJ.
Tell them.
I
Tell
want
them.
my regular. And he expects a new one before it's even finished. That's
turned
how
it-
I see it.
I turned into a different person after midnight.
You auctioned him off? Oh man,
No,
the
we're not
poor
going
charity
there.
that got that money.
There's a girl out in the crowd that actually bought me only for $20.
Who's that?
Oh boy.
It's not your mom? Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh man.
Anyways,
Back
I
to
mean,
Chris. Back to Chris.
But yeah, when we're at volume, the last do is order one drink, tab with your credit card, and then come back 10 minutes later, order one drink, close your tab with your credit card, and do that all night long.
I feel like girls are worse with that, like because I think they do it because they're expecting a guy to buy them a drink and they won't have to buy another one. That's what I think it
possible.
is.
See, I'm a really passive bartender though. I love it.
But if you have to buy your first drink, no one's probably gonna buy your second.
Right. Right.
very true.
No, definitely don't do that. That's a really good point. How about you, John? What's something never to say or do?
Don't ever order a drink and then leave. That's like one of my pet peeves. Like you order a drink and then I make it and I come back and you're gone. Now I gotta go back and dump
That
it.
actually happens though.
That happens a lot.
And
A lot of
give them a couple minutes to actually get the drink for you.
Exactly. We just don't have it pre-made.
And just so you know, if you tip, you'll never have to wait for a drink ever. Your drink will already be made before you're finished with your first
Yep.
one. If you're a good tipper.
I agree.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being part of our conversation today. Our question of the day. Everybody head to Kildare's, hang out with these guys, and give it up for our bartenders. Next time you see them, treat them well.
Tip, tip, tip.